So we're here today with Barbara Bucklin. Barbara's an organizational behaviorist. Barbara and I are working on a program together for an organization that has to do with pay for performance. So tell me a little bit about the value of a pay for performance plan.
Sure. Well, let me tell you a little bit about the plan first.
Okay.
So what we're doing is we're going in, as you know, and we're developing balanced scorecards. So what we want to do is balance the measures across a lot of different factors that are important for the organizational performance.
Right.
So ultimately, we want the organization and their performance and their bottom line to improve. So we're aligning quality, productivity, customer satisfaction, measures like that across the organization, and drilling down into specific measures that each department can control and each individual can control. So then each individual has their own scorecard based across these different dimensions with different measures. And the idea then is that the manager has some specific objective data that they can use to manage their employees. So it takes a lot of subjectivity out of the management equation because it does give very objective data for managers to use on a regular basis.
So where do the measures come from then? I mean, you're an outside person, right. You don't really know what they're good at or
exactly.
What they should be measuring. So how do you gather that information?
So we start with really an analysis. So I met with the organizational owner,
right.
And then each department leader, and I spent a lot of time interviewing them, learning about the organization, and in that process identifying what measures they have or could have to meet the objectives of their department. So it's not a quick process. Really, I did have to learn the organization and work with the managers and work with the experts within the organization, right. In order to craft those measures.
So benefits to the organization or benefits to the employee?
Both.
Tell me about that.
So it benefits the organization because each and every employee has aligned goals and measures. Okay. So each and every employee has measures that then ultimately roll up to the organizational measures, and then benefits to the employee because they have control over their own paycheck, if you will, because their measures are directly aligned with pay. So on top of their base pay, a function of meeting their measures, they get extra pay quarterly.
Typically, what kind of percentage of your pay could be increased by meeting your measures? I mean, what's a good number? What motivates the employee?
Right. Well, the data show that as little as 3% can motivate the employee
Wow.
to improve performance. In fact, there's some research studies showing really little to no difference between a 3% pay for performance up to 100% pay for performance. It's really just the contingency and the measures that are under the individual's control. So if there are measures that they can control and they can make more money based on those measures, then they can see pretty significant or statistically significant improvements.
So I think it's more than that, though. More than just the money is that their manager's recognition of the things that they said were important to do that I'm actually doing.
Correct.
And getting noticed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the feedback is a big piece of it. Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, Scott.
Bye.